And then she said, write me a love poem. And I said, okay. Did you know Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water? You see how dehydrated bodies can be led in the water, but you can't make them drink it? And she says, no, write me a love poem. And I said, oh, okay. My 15-year-old student brags about swagger and money and all the jobs he'll have to get that, yet he reads at a 3rd grade level. His first employment application will be a bleeding thumb from a rose's thorn. He'll spill sharp shards of his heart across the education line and learn just how much love hurts. And hold on, let me get to the part of the love poem where red and blue lights silhouette black bodies that fold into their own shadows, where some blue blush and that silver sparks, and we spark while we blush in blue silver hearts, silhouette red flowers soaked in black and mulch. And ain't that a familiar bloom? Daily blossom from headboards to headstones every week, cause we weep over the wilting away of our loved ones. It's crazy how humanly impossible it is for all lives to matter when the target only seems to be people of tar, and they serenade the tar. Get used to the love affair is hard. All we do is mourn and tweet, like, favorite, retweet, hashtag, obituary, subtweet, protest, vigils, and identical pictures for the service in the in memoriam tea. Look, I could be writing lesson plans. Instead, I'm writing this eulogy, this love poem. And ain't that what you want? Another love poem, another sugar honey boo-boo, I adore everything about you monologue. Like all this momentary chatter can fill the silence, black skin has after it's spread across the shoelaces of hatred. The next time loud music ripples in a puddle of iced tea and we whistle to the boom of a skittle drop. And ain't that black? Or like a light Mike Brown? Or like a hint of Freddie Gray? Or is that just a little too Sandra Bland for your liking? But hasn't that always been a love poem? Have we ever changed the product from Jim Crow to the new Jim Crow? Don't we always end up shackled and caged, wasting away under the weight of another's weight? Since they packed us up and shipped us in our own waste, don't we just be wading in the water? And ain't that muddy? And don't that dead man float deep? And don't that dead man float look just like drowning? And can't I write about that beauty the same way I write about your smile? Or how your eyes light the skies even while others get darkened? Or how a hijab hugs the heads of brown girls the same way I hope to hug you, bold and unapologetic? Or even write about the curves of your body and how a black body curves into the pavement when it does the dance of oppression? And ain't love like freeing the oppressed anyway? You see how professing love and protesting injustice look like identical shell casings? Don't we be open? Don't we spill for both? If we find something that takes our breath away, doesn't that garner at least a love poem?